Hi guys, Adam here as per usual. How are we all doing? Hope we're having a good week. Thanks for joining me this Wednesday. What I wanted to do is just give you a very quick look at the pedal board. I'm going to throw a couple of pictures on screen of it and talk you through exactly what's going on in this sort of new setup. Any questions, as usual, post them below. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so first in the chain we're going from the guitar into an iron tone standard issue guitar cable. Then we're going into the iron tone sort of interface, really simple 2 in 2 out interface, and also MIDI in and MIDI out also. Completely passive unit. Just makes sort of plugging into your pedal board, etc. a lot easier. It's more of then the pedal board becomes more of an installation as opposed to plugging cables in and out your pedals all the time. From that point there, we're going into the iron tone modified Cry Baby War, and I will show you all sort of audio samples of these, etc. in a later video. A true bypass LED switching in there, and also a couple of tone mods to just really get the most out of that sort of crybaby sound, as well as removing that buffer, because that buffer. Then from there we're going into the G-Lab GSC4 guitar system controller, which is controlling the rest of the rig. We're possibly thinking about putting the G-Lab wah pad underneath the wah, so I can sort of activate that without having to turn it on and off. But for now we're running into the wah and then the G-Lab. So we've got the Boss TU3 coming from the tuner out. Really straightforward guitar tuner. And then in the loop systems of the GSC4, first in line is the iron tone cranked combo. Again, great pedal that I make. It's not so much discontinued, but it's just not in production at the moment really. I may go back to making some more in the future, but I'm focusing on making some other pedals and some other stuff first and foremost. So we've got the iron tone crank combo. Then from that, in the second loop, I have the Amplified Nation Big Bloom, set up for a very kind of dumbly, slightly fuzzy around the edges, but smooth lead tone into the clean channel. Sounds awesome. Really looking forward to showing you guys that tone. It sounds great. Third drive pedal is the Mark L Jazzy Drive. I've got this set in the sort of vintage mode. It's a straight up kind of 808 clone basically in that mode with a few sort of extra tweaks. I'm using that to really push the rhythm channel, just get an extra bit of bite and an extra bit of grit from the rhythm channel. Classic 808 kind of trick, but this does it better than any other 808 I've tried. And you guys know me, I've talked about most of them. I have tried lots and lots of 808 style pedals, and this one is completely the best for that, I guarantee it. Fourth pedal, we've got the Exotic Custom Shop USA BB preamp with mid boost control. Set up a little kind of unorthodox. If you have a look at it, it might sound weird. It's basically all about taking the bottom end and the top end just out a little bit and completely smashing the front end of the amp with plenty of mid-range. I'm using that just as a lead boost on a couple of different lead tones. Really smooth, really sustained, really pointy, almost boxy kind of mid-range guitar sound, but boxy in a good way. Then from there we're going into the rack. Basically the rack is very simple. Got 2 channels of EQ, one that goes before the amp, and then so it comes after the pedal board into the first channel of the EQ, TL Audio Ivory Series EQ 5013. We're cutting out a lot of low end, adding a little bit of mid. Most valve amps just respond awesome to just smashing them with mid. They don't sound so great when you have a lot of low end going into them. It gets a bit fuzzy. It's not what I'm going for. So cut the low end, cut the treble slightly, boost the mids. Then we'll go into the amp, blah, out the effects loop, back into the second channel of EQ where we're bringing that treble back and bringing some of that bass back as well. Not all of it, because some of it's sort of recaptured in the amp itself, but bringing back some of that bass, just so that the tone's not too empty on the low end. Especially as I'm now sort of in a one guitar playing band, you don't want it to be too empty. Then we're going into the Digitech Valve Effects, which is handling all the modulation, a little bit of delay. It's got an analog compressor in there as well, which is awesome. So that's kind of my multi-effects unit, my main unit. And then lastly, out of there into the TC Electronic D2, which is handling those main kind of rhythmic delays and also those kind of soaring lead tone delays, tape emulations. I've got a 2290 emulation in there. Really good unit. And then that goes back into the amp through the effects loop, out of an iron tone speaker cable into the Zilla 2x12 that I've had for several years now. Still rocking that, still loving it. So guys, that's it. Nice quick sort of walkthrough of the pedal board. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Any questions, post below. Plenty sounds and full demos of each of these pedals, plus lots of other pedals that I've got over there coming in the near future. Just finishing tweaking the recording setup so I can optimize the recording of pedal demos, and then we are good to go. So all of that coming soon, guys. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching and take it easy.